Hello, recruits, and welcome back to the Eastern Front. I hope you all are doing awesome. Uh, Coming into this battle, I have a pretty bad feeling in my stomach, so to say. I don't like how we're set up. I don't like that we don't know what this is. I don't like that we're facing this battle group, which I'm kind of sure we haven't. Like, either we haven't faced it, or I can't remember us doing a whole lot of damage to it. I don't know. Um, this first company of the 56th Tank Brigade here, just as the second company up here, if we're judging by the state that they were in, they only had one rifle platoon in the battle group. Hopefully not the strongest, okay? Hopefully not the strongest. Judging our own troops here, we have artillery observers, two of them. However, they will only be able to fire pre-planned fire missions. We have two tank platoons, one of which is in pretty bad shape, honestly. Low on ammo as well. We have this one, which is in a much better shape, also pretty low on ammo. However, it could be way worse. So, um, assigned Panzergrenadiere are doing like really good, or they're untouched. You know, they haven't seen battle yet, so that is at least good. The company commander is the what do you call it? It's only one tank, the tank of Lieutenant Blumentritt, who has been a really good tank for us in this campaign. He's up here taking command of the whole company. But yeah, the fourth company of the 53rd MC Battalion. I don't know. They have seen some battle. Their anti-tank rifle platoon has been, run. They only have one working heavy ATR left. They have been supplemented with a Soviet 4.5, which should, in theory, probably work out decently against enemy Soviet tanks, depending on how much ammo we have for it. The Soviet light tanks, that is. We have light infantry guns, which can, I think, use high explosive anti-tank against enemy tanks. Pretty good against light tanks, actually. Armored cars. You can see, though, ammo is not the best here, especially for the infantry components. Recon infantry generally doesn't carry a large ammo load like their like regular infantry counterparts, like the Panzergrenadiere. So they run out of ammo quite quickly. Anyway, we can see that the enemy has a large tactical depth here. However, depending on if we're able to actually rout the enemy here, make them retreat, or at least take up train, our goal, or well, my like semi-goal that I've had in mind now of encircling all these battle groups, we're getting closer to it. And especially considering we're almost in control of this intersection here. I mean, we're cutting off the Soviet MSR in two places here. I think the Soviets probably are going to have a poor supply situation going forward if we are successful here. So, I mean, this is a battle that I have a bad feeling about, but it's also like important that we try and win it. You know, we can't just we shouldn't just retreat. Anyway, that's that. Let's get onto the battlefield and check it out. And as we can see here, very interesting like setup here, squeezed in between two Soviet setup zones. This is truly not ideal. However, we probably could try and set up our defense or our positions along this kind of axis instead of trying to, say, for example, we put one tank platoon this way, one tank platoon this way, and just get like crossfired from the Soviets. Instead, I would much rather have our units, try and get a continuous line like this, like kind of a J, like the letter J, or a reversed J, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, an L almost like this, but I wanted to hook up, so a reverse J, if that makes any sense here. We can probably figure out a bit better where exactly we are, like in in relation to past battles. Here we can see the field camp, or farm number 2 it's called actually. It's not the field camp, it's farm number 2. Get your facts right. Here we can see destroyed. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, we might have faced this unit before. These the light tanks here. In that case, okay, that is pretty good actually. I don't know though. Let's not take it for granted. We have an unknown battle group here as well, which if it contains KV tanks, you know, we might just want to bug it out of here. But that is just if we meet those dreaded KV tanks, and I'm just trying to get myself a bit situated here, trying to find knocked out enemy material, figure out where exactly we are, and okay. Otherwise, the battlefield is very, non-descriptive. Yeah, it's a shooting gallery, and you never really want that, but we will do our best regardless. Anyway, I will get onto it, and actually before that, I am curious. Here we also can see these infiltration routes towards the village of Svetly Loch, which I think, that way, over here, I guess. And we should almost be able to, I don't know, is this that intersection? Yeah, this is the intersection right here that we want to take. I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry guys if this isn't the most exhilarating. I'm just trying to get myself situated. Yeah, we've fought from this position. Okay. Sorry guys. It's just me trying to get myself located and make sense of where I am in connection with other battles. Anyway, I will try and get everything set up and take a look at my units and see the state of them, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm done with that. Alright, here we go. Welcome back, guys. And I went for more of a hedgehog defense strategy than a continuous front line, because, I mean, out here, this is as far right as I could place out this battle group with the tanks in it. They couldn't go any further right, closer to their allies. And in between them is just open grassland. And we had some concealment over here, which is where basically I put most of the the recon battle group. We have the anti-tank guys set up here in this little scrub place, whatever you want to call it, some kind of farm field, I guess it's supposed to represent, with a Soviet captured gun over here as well. Recon guys, a platoon reinforced with anti-tank rifles from the company commander, set up here in this little shrubland out here. Light infantry guns just behind them, told that they can only fire on vehicles for now, because they have high explosive anti-tank. Armored cars set up here as a, if we get the opportunity, we can use them to stretch out our front line a little bit, considering how much, or it all depends on how much enemy armor there is. And I think we should tell these guys not to fire at infantry as well, because, well, they haven't proven to be the best against light tanks, but in coordination with other weapon systems, they might be good. Tanks set up here, almost like a herd of elephants protecting their children, and the children are the artillery spotters here, the forward observers, which have been given many fire missions, told to just level the field all over the place. I can't really figure out exactly where the enemy would try to set up here, so I've just gone for the quantitative approach and put out a bunch of fire missions. In addition to this, they have close-in support, and these guys have not been told to hold fire, the close-in support guys. Why? Well, I've given a try to attack technique here, which is to set a fire sector, so all of these guys have fire sectors out to 200 meters in front of them, which means that if an enemy infantryman is beyond that in the setup, or when things start to get going, they won't fire at them. So if we see an enemy patrol out here, well, they won't fire. But if, say, I'm looking over here, and the enemy, because we're so close to the enemy setup zone, if they suddenly appear in the field here, we will fire at them without me having to like manually tell them to open fire. They will fire at close-in targets only with this kind of technique is what I'm hoping for. So if this works out well for us, maybe it's a little tip that you guys can make use of. But yeah, we have a recon platoon as close-in support for one of the tank platoons. We have a Panzergrenadier platoon for the other platoon of tanks, Jans and Blumentritt. And yeah, I don't know, we're 200 Germans here in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by enemies, and we will just try our best. All tanks have been set to the hotkey 4, so I can tell them all to open fire or stuff like that. And yeah, I don't think we will have to wait too long here for enemy contact, because, as usual, clear, 28 degrees. It's like every other battle this turn. So we're gonna see the enemy from far away. And they will see us from far away too. And yeah, no delay on the fire missions either, just instantly trying to calculate and bombard the enemy. Yeah, I'm a bit stressed out. I don't know. I don't know how this battle is gonna go. But it's a battle we got handed, and we will try to play the hand that's dealt to us as well as possible. Oh yeah. Artillery strike is commencing over here, the first one. It will proceed in just like few seconds, I guess. You could call it. Yeah, first round's away. Impact. Impact. And here we go. An enemy truck. That is not a very high value target right now. Enemy tanks, however, are. So, and these are Soviet T-70 light tanks, which we will instantly commence firing upon. Just fire at will, guys. And there we go. There we go. Firing and hitting. Good. A platoon of Soviet light tanks. And we have another one here, yet unspotted, but that is fine. Further Soviet tanks. And enemy Soviet tanks spotted over here now. T-34s, actually. A platoon of them. Which is not too good. We could do... a good idea here would be to take our anti-tank available assets here and put them on the hotkey 5 for now. Yeah. And we would also probably want the Dressler tank platoon to engage them. Just want them to angle that way, and also give them a huge targeting arc like this, so they don't target behind their back. Here we go. Because that is Jans and Blumentritt. That's their problem, these light tanks of the Soviets. And yeah. We have a 4th tank appearing now. Let's see what kind of tank we have to deal with. It's all T-34s today, huh? Okay. We are taking fire from the enemy over here, maybe. Something out there. Looks like maybe a anti-tank gun to me. 4 T-34 spotted. We dealt with the light tanks really nicely. I would say. Okay, so I will keep Jant's tank platoon watching this way for a bit more. However, we should probably, like, because I suspect an enemy anti-tank gun to be somewhere here. Yes, I saw some kind of tracer. I'm a bit worried. But like just in a couple of minutes or some time, you know, we will probably want them to get on a firing line along with Bloom and Twit towards the enemy T-34s here. One platoon of us, you know, that is dangerous business, and you as well, you could get on the firing line here with your platoon mates. Let's get the armored cars set up on another keybind, so that is the number 6 one. And we have visibility on all enemy T-34s right now from these 80 units. But I don't want to fire just yet. I want our tanks to be the ones to fire on the enemy T-34s first. And then I will use the... And this light tank, I think he is meeting his maker here in a second. You can see the tracer going his way. But yeah, I want the tanks to fire upon the enemy T-34s first, and then like heavy AT rifles and the Soviet captured one and stuff like that to just help out in the engagement rather than the other way around. But for that to happen, we need our Bresle tank platoon here to start spotting these enemy tanks here. And I think that the deal has been made, or we have been made here, kinda, so to say. So let's get all these guys and take away their firing sector thingy, which means that they will target. Yes, and we see here tracers coming from back there. We need these tankers to use their observability now, because I can see tracers going this way. However, there is no way for Bresle tank platoon right now to, like, ain't no way that I'm telling them to angle away from the T-34s. We're really caught in a bad place. You can see here smoke being kicked up from gun positions back here, and I could see tracers coming towards Bresle tank platoon. However, we aren't in a place where we can really angle away or angle towards enemy anti-tank guns right now. So instead we should try and hunt these guns down a little bit, I feel. Maybe. For now. And yeah, Bresle tank platoon is not yet spotting the enemy T-34s. This is really a horrible time, honestly. However, I don't think our enemy T-34s are spotting our recon guys that are hidden either, which is good. And we could send out Gerske platoon guys to just get an eye onto the battlefield like this. And now we're targeting enemy T-34s now. So let's allow our guys over here to open fire on the enemy as well. I can see the targeting lines going like this. And here we're actually getting a lead. Oh, those are enemy tanks, aren't they? Yeah. So that is an enemy tank here in the back, which is a light tank. Yes, I could tell because it was, you can tell if you can't see it even, but the icon, for example, you see here, the icon is so close to the ground and the Soviet light tanks are so small that it can't be a T-34. The T-34 is way higher. Anyway. What we need here is for these tanks to only target in this manner. Oh no, okay. Yeah. And one of them accidentally, or several of them accidentally got reverse orders here. Which is not so good, but it was a misclick and it happens. They will have to sort this thing out right now. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Let's pause for a second. Breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. We have taken a casualty here. One of the from one of the spotter troops got probably hit by a shell or something. Anyway, this is really bad because these guys pop smoke when they reverse, which is not like the best. Man. Cancel all orders for these guys, just stop in place. And when did we get control of them? They're blinking blue right now, which is not good. That means we can't order them around. We want them not to be blinking blue right there. You can see we can tell them to angle towards the enemy. They are angling up really nicely. Good. Beautiful. And we should beat out these. God damn, we lost a Panzer III now. Jan's platoon took a casualty. Here we are working against the enemy though. A spotter is retreating. Another spotter is retreating. No big deal, honestly. These T-34 seem very non-reactive to me. Which is good at least. We have managed to knock one out here, which is good as well. And let's send in our... actually, are we dealing... Hold on. Yes. Okay. Let's send in a platoon of armored cars this way quickly to help clear the field there. And the other platoon can stay put right now. They are firing at enemy infantry in the open there. Good. Yes, sadly we lost a whole Panzer III here, which is it was one of the good ones as well, which kind of sucks. But it happens. Blumentritt is working like a freaking animal here. Striking enemy targets. And yeah, I think these light tanks are actually cooked by now. Yeah, they look to be in a pretty disorderly state, which is good. However, something here in the rear. Second tank destroyed. Jan's tank platoon has been eradicated. One tank left with also Lieutenant Blumentritt together. They will have to work against the enemy here. Which sucks. We don't know what that is. Probably 76mm AT guns, if I have to guess. No? This one is dismounted. I have no idea. I have no idea. And Jan's remaining tank platoon member is looking the wrong way right now. Unit lost. Yes, another armored car probably taking a hit from a T-34. It is what it is. Wesley tank platoon. I don't know why they are targeting the trucks before they're targeting the enemy tanks. Yeah, we're spotting the enemy tanks now that we're here in the rear, I think. And no, that is not an enemy tank, that is an enemy gun, you can see here. Oh, and the Soviet AT gun was destroyed. Okay, calm down, calm down. You can see here in the rear, actually, when you take a closer look, you can see the ammo boxes here, which spawn in with enemy AT guns. So we have an enemy AT gun. However, I think we're preparing a fire mission right in this area, which should help out here. Maybe one gun can get targeting going here. But yeah. Let's see, is this heavy ATR out of AP? No, it's not. We should definitely try to move it out here a little bit towards the edge then, I'm thinking. Yeah, we cooked that light tank. Man, look at this. What a demonic landscape. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. However, their side of the field is worse. They have lost several tank platoons at this point, which is good. But we are in the process of being destroyed if we aren't careful here. Look at this. 2 enemy AT guns just freely targeting Breslau. But how do you resolve this? These guys need to push up here. And these guys need to push out here. Get eyes onto the enemy anti-tank guns. You can see. Next tank destroyed. No. And light infantry gun. Oh man. Enemy art is striking this position, which is always a danger. This tank is reversing towards the enemy, which is not good. Jesus Christ, man, this position is so cooked. Yeah. We're beating them tank-wise here, but we're not even able to spot these enemy AT guns. Man. You need to stop moving and angle towards the freaking enemy gun. What is up with you, man? There you go. Come on. Blumentritt, hold position. You're getting a beat onto something here, aren't you? Yes. Beautiful. Come on, Blumentritt. Come on. Come on, buddy. Yeah, and these are 76ers. That's why they freaking schwacked us. And Blumentritt, my guy, you are to only... What is wrong with you? You are to only... target here. There you go. Thank you. Same with you, man. You are to only... What's going on? I think we're taking hits as well here. Yeah, this tank is all but done for when it comes to the mechanical things. Blumentritt has also taken a hit here. Guys are wounded, radio is damaged. The enemy wants a ceasefire. Hell no. Enemy wants a ceasefire. We're taking out a further T-34 back there. Really nice. Blumentritt has to resolve this issue on his own, I think. Unit lost. Next light, or that is the light infantry gun that was probably broken from before. And these guys can hold position right here. They're rolling into an active artillery barrage. But it's going this way, we should be fine. And yeah, they are also indeed targeting the enemy infantry guns, or enemy anti-tank guns, which is nice to see. Blumentritt took a casualty to the crew of the tank. You can see they're -1. Blumentritt is considered a unit lost. Hell no. But look, they're fighting, even if they're smoking. They need to get out of this tank for sure right now. They need to just disembark. Tank is cooked, man. The armored cars came in clutch here. There is one more gun, but they should be able to deal with it as well. Oh yeah, Blumentritt. Let's take a look at him himself. The man himself who has done so much good work for us. What's your name? Aben. He's a really good tanker. He's done good work for us. But now he just needs to focus on surviving until the battle is done. Vesle tank platoon, I am unsure why you're not targeting those T-34s. Maybe they feel less if they're a bit too far away, I guess. We could do this. Send up 3 of them a little bit like this towards the enemy tanks, whilst these 2 stay in overwatch position. However, you could push up a little bit more. There we go. And yeah, these 2 76mm really made our lives kind of suck, but they are getting what they deserve now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. 2cm autocannon, come on. Come on, please, 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 please. Yes, 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 yes. Just impact, impact, impact. Come on, please. These Panzergrenadiere assigned are doing remarkably well. The spotters are, however, not doing so well, sadly, but it is what it is. T-34s are just... I don't know, man. They're You guys can see he's targeting infantry, actually. Push up one of the armored cars. There we go, we're starting to get some targeting onto this T-34 here. Good. Let's push out these 2 tanks a little bit further then, like so. And these 3 will stay in overwatch position over here. Oh man, they are taking a iffy... They're going about this in a iffy way here. But the enemy is very suppressed as well. And let's see. There's 2 guns, and both have been eradicated. Beautiful. Oh man, you guys can commence with targeting infantry as you like. That is fine by me. We did knock out the next T-34. Beautiful. Vesle tank platoon have been really solid throughout this campaign as well. So shout out to them, guys. This heavy ATR is broken. Sucks. It's always gonna be fun to see how well they did, if they did do well or not, you know. And yeah, we're just being cooked here in the open, aren't we? Yeah. Here we go. These tanks are getting targeting towards the enemy T-34. We can push up their platoon mates quickly now. Here we go. Impact. Oh, and we're hitting the rear of it. Beautiful. That is a nice clean entrance holder. Here we go. Everyone should be allowed to fire at will at this point, by the way. And yeah, there we go. And everyone can target the infantry as well now. We knocked out the last tank. Whew. Enemy retreats. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We did lose a couple of good tankers as well. 3 in total, I believe. However, I think we will see how Lieutenant Blumentrit's tank is doing, actually, if we can repair it and so on. Jan's, this tank, for example, totally burned out, no way, no crew left to man it. This one, only 1 crew member left, in a way. But, yeah. I think we did take care of a lot of Soviet tanks today, actually. So, a loss of 3 tanks kinda sucks, but, they can be replaced for a little bit, actually. I think we have like 1 platoon of long Panzer IIIs, which we can have in the reserve, which we can replace Jan's tank platoon with. And we'll see how Blumentrit's tank is as well, if it's able to be repaired in the coming turn. But I don't know. Integrated AT assets to this company or this battle group are doing really badly as well, which is not good. But it is what it is. Anyway. What a battle. Quick and nice. However, we rule the battlefield today. After a lot of problems, so to say. Okay, and here we go. 12 versus 12 platoons, and they were a bit weaker in weight. I mean, for sure, they had a bunch of light tanks. We had almost only medium tanks and so on, so... however, look at this. Look at the territory change, man, for this little battle. I mean, that is just gruesome for them. For us, it's really nice. Curious about the casualty ratio here. Yeah, only 39 to 62. Considering a lot of the enemy casualties were just tankers, and the Soviet tanks have quite small crews, you know, and especially the light tanks. I mean, it's not to be like that surprising. However, if we look here, and I mean, we took a lot of damage to our vehicles, it seems, but yeah, if we look here, they were totally, I mean, they have 3 remaining operational vehicles, it says here. We destroyed 12 enemy tanks, it says here. We will see. Taking a look now, yeah, and 15 hours, 15 man hours, and we have a 4-man crew. That is a bit less than 4 hours it will take to repair this tank, which I think is about 1 turn. So, I mean, at most 2 turns, and Lieutenant Blumentrit and his crew will be back tanking. They actually, this is quite amazing, took like Soviet AP shells to the front like this, and still, I mean, this one, for example, it went quite well for us, but this one, you can see here, Didn't go so well, killing the driver, destroying the engine and stuff. We were lucky that this didn't take the whole crew with it, you know. But yeah, it can just as well go this way, you know. You can see here, catastrophic explosion, or, you know, a burned out tank. Or here we can see as well what can happen if you take a frontal hit from that projectile. So the Blumentritt tank here was just very lucky, and they have been good to us throughout this campaign. Yeah. Very happy to have those guys. This one will be repaired in 3 hours, so ready for next turn, which is good to see. Wesley tank platoon, untouched. Very nice to see as well. Not even barely as much as our rifle round has hit them, I was about to say, but yeah, they've taken some rifle ammunition here, but that is nothing to a tank. This one will be repaired someday, maybe. Took a direct hit from a Soviet T-34 here. Interestingly enough, if we get it repaired, it might be able to work with only 2 crew members. And yeah, I think we can almost count these guys out for the foreseeable future as well. It's like we won't be able to use this gun ever. It's only 1 crewman. However, this one will be able to be put into use in quite some time. What is that? 14 divided by 3. I'm not that good at math. Like 3 hours and a little extra fries. Yeah, 4 hours plus, I guess. But yeah, they will probably be able to be used in like maybe 2 turns or something, I guess. Anyway, we came upon a brigade command here, which, yeah, sure but we did push quite far into their territory, so it's not unlike, if you want to make like, how do you say it, not sense of it, but you could say that, oh, we did push far into their territory, and we came upon a brigade command, and this was a Soviet desperate action to defend it or something. It kind of makes sense if you want to create your own headcanon. Anyway. Okay. This was the first company from the 56th Tank Brigade, which I was pretty sure that we had cooked like in previous turns, but maybe not. Anyway, they are all destroyed, burned out, abandoned. Not a single crewman survived in these 2 tank platoons, which is nice to see. This freeze, destroyed, abandoned. T-34, company commander, really nice. And you can see here, the 2.8, not doing a whole lot, hitting a whole lot. You can see here to the side, but from this distance, having a hard time breaking through the side like this. Oh yeah, it was 5 centimeter that ended it. But we can also see here 2.8 doing some damage here as well from the front, from 800 meters, destroying subsystems, the gun recuperator, which is pretty cool. We are unable to figure out what exactly like destroyed this tank, as this hatch has been opened here. I don't know. I don't really actually don't know what destroyed this tank. However, it probably is able to be put back in use by us, is my guess, which is nice. This one though, burnt out, ain't no way, 5 centimeter to the side from 1200 meters, just setting the engine on fire. Beautiful. And this one probably a bit broken up as well. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. And as well, an enemy retreat from the battlefield, which means we have gotten really nice control of the area. And we will see how this looks on the operational map right now. And I think it's going to be really good for us, actually. Before that, I just want to take a, yeah. It says we lost 2 tanks, which is, I mean, to be fair, kind of true. We did lose these 2 tanks. This one is able to be repaired again. So we only lost 2 tanks really in this engagement, which is really nice. The enemy lost 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tanks in total. Actually, no, this one was not considered a loss, apparently. It was abandoned, and but they will be able to repair it in 4 hours, it says here. However, it is within our marked territory, so maybe we captured it. Maybe. Anyway, 11 or 12 tanks for the loss of 2 of our own, which is really nice results. Anywho, and before, I actually want to check out my armored cars and see their status. Yeah, these will all be ready to work in the next turn, which is good. They take this kind of like, it's so typical of these armored cars, just take damage from like random stuff. In this case, it's pretty valid. It's a 76mm projectile, but you know, you can also find them like this. You can't really see, okay, what damaged it, we don't know. What is broken here, a wheel, and yeah, probably like a wheel got hit by MG, or like as we can see, a rifle fire, making like, oh, they have to take 2 hours or 2 man hours to change the wheel of the armored car or something like that. I guess they have a tendency to just get a bit broken. Anyway, let's get back to the operational map. And here, okay, yeah, and we will have to get the third MID out of here, which is just, you know, wonderful, considering we're being attacked by an unknown battle group in this weird ass way. I've talked about this for a while now. I think this is bullshit, but we will deal with that in the next video, and in the next turn as well. We will deal with this battle group. In the next video, we will just try to get the hell on out of here with these guys, man. But yeah, looking over here, I'm seeing like really nice opportunities for us to exploit the battlefield. We have gotten control now of this intersection here, which is something I've wanted now for a while. And there's a very short distance here to close this pocket and basically doom these battle groups inside of it to like what do you call it, you know, their fate will be very much sealed when they're cut in here or stuck in here. So yeah, the battlefield is evolving in a way that I would say is quite like good for us. However, we are not so cocky to say that the whole campaign is won already. However, we have a lot of daylight left. What will it be? Let's see how long it is in between turns. 4 hours approximately. Yeah, 4 hours. So the next turn will be at 14 o'clock, and then the next one after that will be at 18 o'clock. So yeah, as I say, you know, quite a lot of daylight left to make use of. However, also a problem that we will have to face is like getting these battle groups in working order. Which ones are good to go like next turn, which one will have to take some time to repair and rearm and stuff like that. You know, it's that is also something to keep in mind. Anyway, and also we have further reinforcements coming in the next couple of turns as well, which is nice to see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this fun little battle that we had, which I really thought we were gonna get cooked in. We kind of got that semi-cooked. We kind of got cooked rare, whilst the enemy were cooked well done, or however you want to say it. And yeah, next turn will probably be me resorting this thing and then taking a look at the operational state of things. Anyway, take care until next time, guys. Bye.